What up, Triple H Podcast? It's Eric, and we have another episode. I have a special guest, a buddy of mine that I've known for over 15 years. We met at 24 Hour Fitness many moons ago, and we both met in the fitness industry. He's the founder of Onyx Weightlifting Co., and he's a really dear friend. If you want to listen to an episode where two guys have ADHD and just talk about a bajillion different things, this is one of the longest episodes that we've ever had. It's like an hour, 20 minutes, almost double the normal runtime. But it was a fun conversation. We talk about playing pool, American weightlifting, smoking weed, and not sleeping enough. So great convo. Tune in. Dude, it's great. 15-year catch-up, bro. Good to see you, bro.
Yep.
Oh my
God.
No. Is that gonna make it in? What's up?
What's up, bro?
Danny freaking Ear, dude.
Hey.
Welcome to the pod.
Thanks, man. Dude. Glad to be here.
Cool. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Danny and I have a rich history. Dude, you know I've always wanted to ask you this.
What?
And is your name Daniel?
No.
It's Danny.
Yeah.
Your legal name is Danny?
Yeah. Why? You know what's weird? People have asked me that.
Yeah, because Danny is usually a short for Daniel, or Dan or Danny is usually short for Daniel.
Yeah. Well, the reason why my name was Danny, because my mom asked my mom. She's like, it's easy to say. It's the only reason. I don't even think she knew what Daniel was.
Dang. So she's not like super into the Bible or anything.
No, she doesn't know anything about it. No.
Oh man.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I've always wondered that, and I've never asked you.
People like
that's been a lingering question for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to answer that. I think there's probably about like 8 to 10 people that have asked me that my whole life.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that it was
because most people's legal name is not Danny.
So it's like Joey and Joseph.
Just like, for example, Drew from the gym. First of all, Drew Gurton.
Yeah.
Andrew Hernandez. Dude, his name is Andrew, bro.
Who?
Drew Gurton.
Oh.
Pendulum, yeah.
Andrew?
It's Andrew.
Huh.
Like, I wonder if Chris, when she gets mad at him, she goes, Andrew. And like, not
Andrew,
Drew.
middle name Gurton.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah. He's a pastor's kid, so his middle name is probably like James, dude.
Or Matthew.
Like Matthew? Yeah, that was good. Andrew Matthew Gurton. Dude.
All right, let's see. Which sounds better? Andrew James Gurton? Andrew Matthew Gurton. Either one will fit.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like, so I don't know. I don't know why when I found out their names were Andrew and it wasn't Drew, it blew my mind. Because it's like when you meet someone, you're like, that's your name.
Yeah.
And obviously it's short.
Yeah.
But
did you ever connect Andrew to Drew?
I did. I know that. But just when it's your friend that you've known for a while, you just don't think that.
So then how come you thought that Daniel...
That's why, well, it lingered in my mind for that long. For how many years have we known? We met when I was like 19, dude, I think.
Was it 19?
20 years almost. Dude.
Was it 20 years? No way.
No.
No, because like it was before I got into CrossFit.
12 years. 13.
Maybe 13,
15,
14?
15 years maybe. I don't know.
Something like that.
I was still in college when we met, right?
Yeah. Because you were going to Biola.
Yeah. Okay,
so.
If that's the case,
it was when you left. It was like
it was 16 years ago.
It was when you left, right before you left 24.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I had this fucking blue Innovate shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, Eric, look at my shoes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the context of how we met.
So Eric was a trainer at 24.
I was a trainer at 24.
And I was doing memberships at 24.
We're doing sales.
Yeah.
With Dana Marr.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Jason Chen. Jason Chen? No.
YouTuber
Jason Chen.
No, I didn't know him. He's the singer guy, right?
Yeah. He was there.
Oh, see, I don't think I ever met him. That was
dang crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you left 24 to start Reason. And then I remember the day that you left because like me and you walked to the car.
Dude, that's crazy. I remember that too. I was parked off of like Santa Clara.
Yeah, that one small little street.
Yeah.
And I was wearing my blue Innovates.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, I got these.
And I remember I was like, hey, bro, you got to get out of here.
I know, yeah.
Dude, that's a memorable conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you got to get into like a boutique fitness gym or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no, when I left, I had no intention of opening a gym. Yeah, I went full time into garage coaching.
Yes.
And real estate.
Doing your own thing.
Real estate, yeah. I was trying to make my first 100K as a young man.
I think I kind of remember that. Like,
Yeah, I was miserable.
because I remember going to your home gym.
Yeah.
To help you move some of your home gym
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Remember that picture I just sent you the other day?
Yeah.
That was from your home gym, right?
Yeah, we gotta pop that up. That's a good photo, yeah. That's
I was like
OG,
going
bro.
through. I'm like, oh, what? There's there. I'm gonna send this to Eric
That's
right now.
OG, bro. That's crazy. But dude, who's not Daniel Ear? Who's Danny Ear?
Stubborn-headed dude who likes to do things his own way. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
an obsessive personality who likes to deep dive into really random stuff. So I would say, like everything I can go so deep into conspiracies.
Yeah.
Because I've like 20
Yeah.
years of that. You
Yeah.
know, got into weightlifting. Got super obsessive over CrossFit. Super obsessive over before that. Okay, the biggest loves in my life, basketball. Super obsessive with that from like 5 till whatever.
Have we hooped before?
I don't know. Maybe no, I don't think so.
Oh,
We
it's
should.
unfortunate. I mean, we suck probably now. Like,
Yeah, I got
well,
bad
just
ankles
two,
now.
Yeah, two broken dudes trying to chase each other down, playing no real defense.
I can't even like just do like single leg bounce. My ankle gets all locked up now. I'm like, doing weightlifting for X amount of years.
We got a good physio here, help you out, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like I can't even stand for like 5 days without my
Dang.
my feet hurting.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. 42. When they say like after you get to 40, these. Dude, 35 and 40 feels completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm 38.
Yeah,
just
dude.
turned
When
38.
you get to 40, like you start to it feels.
Dang, I actually feel really good, but that's kind of discouraging me a little bit.
But I wonder what it's like when I turn 45 or 50. You know?
Do you know who Eric Hinman is?
Eric who?
Eric Hinman. He's like a
No.
wellness, fitness influencer right now, and he's pretty big on YouTube, Instagram. And he's like really big in the high rocks world right now.
Okay.
But also in the ultra, came from like the ultra marathon world.
Yeah.
In the ultra Ironman triathlon world.
Uh-huh.
So we actually flew into Denver and had him on an episode.
Okay.
And bro, he's like 45, but bro is peak, dude.
Yeah, see, that's what I need to be at.
But bro is like optimized. Like he's got no kids, lives with his girlfriend, and his whole life is wellness. And it kind of inspires me. Like if I could even like go 50% of his pace,
Yeah.
I'm probably crushing because
Yeah.
he's dialed. He's dialed,
okay.
but no children.
Okay.
So like, but I'm like, bro, you got no kids. You could
Yeah.
get pretty. He's 45,
Yeah.
and maybe you're
So
3
there's
years
hope.
away from being like.
Yeah. I feel like the last few
fitness,
years, I haven't been training as often as I would like and the way I was before. So like right now, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to dig myself out of like this not training headspace.
Tell me about that, because
dude,
when
it's
I
so
think
hard.
of your training, I think of weightlifting. I don't think honestly anything outside of like
Yeah.
2 major lifts and accessories to support that.
Squatting, pulling,
Yeah.
and then like I mean like right now, like I've been involved in weightlifting for maybe like 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
The last time I trained regularly was probably like 2 years ago, and then
What's regularly?
like 3 to 5 days a week, 2 to 2.5 hours a day, and then that includes like my stretching. Every night I would stretch for like 30 minutes. So I was fairly flexible, and right now I can barely put my head to my knee. I'm like this far away.
No way, bro. You have like one of the deepest squats I've ever seen, bro.
Really?
Like you have I remember.
I think it's
dude,
from
when we
like
first met. I was like, dude, you got a real natural ATG squat.
I think it's from smoking cigarettes on sitting on a ledge, squatting down,
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes.
Maybe
Like
that's the secret to
to
not longevity, but to unlocking mobility.
yeah, I did that for years when I was in my young
Vietnamese and Chinese
20s.
people will know what's
Yeah,
up.
dude. Smoking cigarettes is bad, but it helps unlock mobility.
That is that's health
If you grew up in
coaching.
the 626, like, you know, like all your friends did that, like,
Yeah.
you know, like that was a thing, you know, like, so we would just sit there and just like in a deep squat, just hanging out, talking.
That's a clip, bro. That's a clip right there. Health coaching advice by Danny, not Daniel Ear.
smoke
Onyx.
cigarettes in your 20s and sit down at the bottom of the squat.
Dang.
Just kidding.
Crazy.
Don't do that.
That's crazy advice, bro.
Yeah, I wish I never smoked my first cigarette.
Dang.
Because like I remember the first one, it was a PCC, and then I was like, yeah, I'll try one.
Dude, I tried when I smoked my first cigarette. I was like 5th grade.
5th grade.
I like tried because my dad was an avid smoker. Still is.
Yeah.
Dude, I almost died, bro. Because
Oh,
I
it's
I didn't know how to smoke.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I remember.
There's it's like coughing everywhere.
I remember the first time I smoked a cigarette, I ripped it like a joint, and then I was like dying, because then like.
Because you're not supposed to do that, right?
No, you're not supposed to.
It's just a puff, right?
You're supposed to like get
like
it
a
into
cigar.
your mouth,
Yeah.
and then like inhale it and then
Yeah.
blow it out.
Yeah.
But then like all I was, I
Yeah.
only knew how to smoke weed, so that's
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
And then like I just But then
I did it like an inhaler, like an albuterol inhaler.
oh,
like,
because did you have an
I have
inhaler when you
asthma,
were younger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I'm glad like I don't. It's not a vice that I like participate with.
Yeah.
Like these days
Yeah.
that often. Only,
Look at the pullback. Look at the pullback, dude. The pullback is strong right now.
Okay, it's only like when I'm like if I'm like pretty drunk, and if like that sounds good right now, I'll have one. You know.
Yeah.
I'll
And
have
some
one.
tacos, huh?
Yeah, you know, like.
Wow.
But like I try not to. These days I try not to drink that much
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Hey, you don't need to qualify it, bro. Just.
No, I know, but like, because what I'm realizing now is like I don't recover well. You know, like I stopped smoking as much weed. I used to smoke weed every day.
Dang, for how long?
Years, dude.
Like 10 years?
Yeah.
Dang, like wake and bake.
No, just at some point in the day.
Okay.
There were some times where like I would smoke weed at the beginning of the day,
Dang.
but like what I realized now is like I lack sleep. So even if I smoked a little bit of weed, like my recovery, like I look at my watch now and I'm like, oh, 50%.
Really?
Like-
So it affects you negatively?
Yeah, negatively, like, cause like, from what I heard, like your body doesn't, it loses track of, it doesn't, it still keeps account of like how much lack of sleep you have over the years, and when you smoke weed or drink a little bit of alcohol, your body has to detoxify that before it can actually.
Oh, I think that's in the body keep score.
Yeah.
Is that in the body keep score?
I don't know.
Okay.
I remember hearing about that. So, like when I was in Dallas, no, what was it? I was in Vegas. I had two beers. And then I woke up with like a 30.
Yeah.
Like a 30 or 40
Yeah.
rating or whatever.
Okay, so here's my stance on alcohol. I didn't know we'd be going here today, but I don't drink at all. But that's simply because not for lack of trying. I tried very hard during my college years to like fit in.
Turn red?
No, just taste. Honestly, it's like coffee. Like it. I'm so sorry. I know you guys are coffee guys, but I just don't like coffee and beer. Like it tastes horrible.
Yeah.
It tastes bitter. It tastes the opposite of ice cream. Like ice cream, like ice cream is like a put in your mouth first taste. Oh my god, that's like strawberry, amazing. Sugar, oh opiate hit, right?
I love sugar.
Coffee is like, dude, like this tastes like dirt. Alcohol, same thing.
Yeah.
And I have it's probably a hot take, but I actually think there's literally no benefit for me for drinking alcohol at
Yeah,
all.
there
I
is
think
none.
in fact, it's literally like drinking poison for your body.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have any benefit other than social lubricant.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So I have a pretty harsh, but I feel like THC again. So as someone that does not partake, I've coached a lot of people in the last 20 years, and there is a subset of people that I've worked with that do very well with THC before bed.
Yeah.
As like their form of melatonin, basically. Like it's
Yeah.
like a tonic before bed. It helps them wind down.
Yep.
And I don't know their dosage exactly, but it's not high.
Yeah.
It's like they're not like smoking a blunt before bed.
Yeah.
But it seems to help some people, but it sounds like it's been bad for you.
Well, it's okay. It's when I'm winding down and I smoke a little bit of weed, it relaxes me. I shut my brain off. I'm like, ooh, you know, like.
Yeah.
But then I'm like by
Yeah.
myself, so I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like spacey and everything, and then I'm comfortable going to bed that way. But when I check my sleep score in the morning,
You slept horribly.
I slept horribly. You know, so
That's a good insight.
yeah. So like
Whoop should study that, dude. Is that from Whoop or what?
Garmin.
Oh, you wear your Garmin like 24/7?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wait, dude, the battery lasts. My Garmin's only like 3 days.
What? You
Yeah.
gotta turn off all the other settings.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like it's on 2% right now, and I haven't charged it since like almost 2 weeks ago. I think.
You know my gripe with Garmin?
Huh? What?
I love my. I have two Garmins, I think both bought by my brother. I don't like their non-universal charger. I think it's a selfish move,
if you lose
bro.
it,
That's an Apple move, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, even Apple's given up. Apple now does USB-C.
Yeah.
But Garmin is out here staying selfish with their special little 4-dot thingy.
Yeah.
I hate that thing, dude.
Yeah, I have to make sure like I leave it the same exact place every single
And you
time.
have to travel. Yeah, you have to travel with it and whatnot. I hate that. So,
yeah, dude. I don't want to buy another one because I know if you lose it, I don't know how much they are, but like.
I mean, I buy a knockoff on Amazon for like $8 to $10, but
that's true.
I've bought a lot of them though.
Yeah.
Right.
I like this watch just because like I don't want to have another phone on my wrist. Although people who've had like Apple Watches say like it's so convenient.
Yeah, I actually just recently converted in 2025. I was a Garmin user for post G-Shock era.
Yeah.
I went straight to Garmin. So maybe like it was the first like expensive watch I bought. So maybe like 8 years of Garmin, and then maybe 7 years of Garmin, and then now that one of my cars is a Tesla, dude, I got an Apple Watch because you could not have to bring your phone, and you can drive your car and access your entire vehicle. With your Apple iWatch.
That is convenient.
So that was the sell for me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not wearing it today, but
I like
it's pretty convenient.
Yeah, I like watches like yours too because it's like you're detached from anything. But I check my heart rate all the time, and then I check the weather and sunset. So like on the face of it, I can look at those things. It's on there all the time. Yep. That's why I like this watch. And then I've been using the
What is that, by the way?
Huh? This is the Instinct 2 Solar.
Oh yeah. I like that. Oh, I think I bought that for Luke and Drew as a gift one year.
You got to change the band out for them because the silicone band sucks. Oh. Yeah, and then like Amazon, I got this band Amazon for like $10.
Wait, is that the one that's like $800?
No, it's like $400, $300.
Okay.
Yeah. They have $800. Yeah,
I don't know. Drew's got one that's like almost $1,000. So, yeah.
For $1,000, I would buy like a watch like that, like a nice one.
It's connected to OpenAI, bro. I don't know. Dang. Okay. Wow. This I did not expect to go anywhere near this conversation today, but
we were talking about recovery.
That's right. Yeah.
And
your take is that it don't help. It hurts.
Yeah. For me personally, like, I would like to just completely quit drinking. However, like when I go to these events and I'm like hanging out with coaches and like athletes after the meet, it's like it's something for us to do.
You know what became a social lubricant for me unexpectedly in the last half decade?
What?
Diet soda.
Diet soda?
It's not a social lubricant. I started going to all these like business conferences. You know, I invited you to Founders Only.
Yeah.
And I fly and then I'm at these conferences. And they're not always like fitness related. Some are not.
Yeah.
I've done 40 flights over 5 years, bro.
40 flights over 5 years?
Tired. So this year I'm doing my goal for the next. I'm like 2 months into this calendar year, like my own calendar year for the next 10 more months. I'm not trying to do any travel because it's destroyed me.
Dude, you know what's so hard about travel is you can't get back. It takes a little bit to get back into your normal routine too.
The cost of the recovery when you return.
Yes.
This guy knows. Ish knows. Like the cost of every time you come back, you're semi screwed up for 3 days.
Yep. Yeah.
Like
and then
like
trying to get back into your regular routine is hard because it's like, and I leave next week.
Yes. You know what's crazy? Like I remember the first time I ever flew somewhere. I think I was like 19. I went and taught. I went and did a basketball camp in Taiwan as like a missions trip.
Yeah.
And dude, I swear I got off the plane. I was RTG, bro, ready to go. Like 6 hour nap, and I was like, let's play basketball. You know? So it's interesting how your body changes, man.
I heard that like the way that you combat like travel is based off of food. So you're supposed to eat based off of your regular time zone, I think, or the new time zone. I forgot.
So when I travel, unless it's a really drastic change, I actually maintain my
normal regular
LA time zone to the best of my ability, as closely as I can. So like if I go to like in Denver, I'll try to maintain the LA. It's only 1 hour difference, but I'll maintain the LA. Although that was a bad example of that trip because Ish and I caught a red eye and like 3 hours later we were up trying to do a pod and like an all day hangout with Eric Hinman. It was. I was destroyed, dude. And we were trying to like edit stuff live while it's horrible.
Yeah.
But I picked up diet soda as like,
Alternative.
so when you go to conferences, like the only drinks that are there are sodas, diet sodas, and water, and tea and coffee. I don't drink coffee. I do drink water, but sometimes the water bottles run out, and then I won't drink coffee.
Yeah.
So, and then everybody drinks soda. So the leftover thing is diet soda. So sometimes it's the only liquid drink available, and as like an accidental thing, you know, dude, fake sugar is addictive at the end of the day, like stevia, sucralose.
Yeah.
So I like kind of picked it up, and now I like diet soda.
Yeah,
I like bubbles and diet soda now.
like Dr Pepper Zero. Is that considered?
I'm a Coke Zero guy.
Okay. Is the Zero considered diet? Or is that a completely different
calorie? I don't know.
But the like you know like is diet cola, Diet Coke versus Coke Zero, are they the same?
I think the artificial sweeteners are different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it better Coke
It's like
Zero?
it's like aspartame, the thing that supposedly makes like you can make bombs out of. Sucralose, stevia. Monk fruit's the hot one right now.
What is it? Monk fruit?
Monk fruit, yeah, it's a big one right now. It's in a lot of like energy drink, like not Noco, that's sucralose, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I got used to drinking like zeros for a little bit, but I never really got into the diet. I still love like soda, Dr Pepper, root beer.
Hey, you still love soda?
Yeah, I have a sweet tooth, and like it's because like once I start drinking,
how many sodas do you slam per week?
Maybe like one or two, not that much.
Okay.
Yeah, not that much. Yeah, if I'm eating like Mexican food, then yeah. Like I get a Jarritos or like a.
Oh, okay.
You know, like a Coke.
Hey, you ever get into like Fanta?
Fanta? Oh yeah, dude, the strawberry Fantas.
So as a non-soda drinker, previously in my entire life, I don't know why, but when you're eating like a real like dirty, greasy meal, dude, a grape soda, like a grape soda, I don't know what it does.
You ever had Grape Welch's soda?
I haven't.
Oh god.
But
so
a great Fanta, dude, it just like cuts the food.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know how it does it. Like, what's the science? I'm curious. I would like Mike Israetel to break down the science of why diet soda, like why grape soda specifically does that for anybody. But right, it's like kind of like cuts the.
Yeah, it separates the taste of the food, and you get this like quench of like sugar, and then you're ready for the next like greasy bite.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, this is like the most off, like different episode of Triple H podcast that we've read. It's awesome, dude. So we talked about rest and recovery a little bit. So we talked about like what doesn't help you. What does help you?
What does help me? If I can get a good sleep routine. Right now I don't have it because I'm obsessive over playing pool right now. So when I get home, I shoot like 1 to 3 hours of pool per night. If I could go
solo.
Yeah, sometimes. Wow. Sometimes with like my roommate.
Okay.
But a lot of times it's like solo, because I'm like trying to learn all like how to control the cue ball, where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
How to have like a proper stroke and everything. So like I like run these little drills by myself.
So you have a pool table at your place?
Yeah, at my apartment complex. Yeah. But
I
then
gotta
also
come play pool sometime.
Yeah, I'm super down.
I can't.
I have my pool stick.
I can't stay up
bring my
past,
pool stick everywhere.
I can't stay up past 9 though.
See, that's the thing. Like, I need to. Ideally, when I was sleeping around 8:39, I'd wake up at 5, 6, and be fine.
Yeah.
But I get off. I leave my shop around like 6 or 7. It takes me an hour to get home, and then
where's your shop? Costa Mesa, right?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where
SoCal
Weightlifting is?
No, that was in Costa Mesa. But that building burned down. Yeah.
Wait, I thought SoCal Weightlifting wasn't affected.
No, SoCal was affected. The whole building got condemned.
Dude.
The neighbor somehow started the fire, and then the building, the tenant in front of that was a car battery company.
Wow.
So it exploded, and like Onyx was upstairs.
Wow.
Onyx was upstairs.
So you guys all moved
We moved 2 months before.
together?
No, so the gym was there. I needed to move Onyx out of the space because I need to get on the first floor. So I left 2 months before, and then the fire burned everything down.
Is that still owned by Chris?
Yeah, Chris and Sarah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
dang, how are they doing?
I mean,
they're not operating out of there, right?
No, they can't. It's
dang. They do
all
a
the
fundraiser?
equipment. Huh?
Sorry, just cut you off.
No, they moved all the equipment out. They're like when right after the fire, like homeless people were breaking into the building and like stealing stuff. So they moved all the equipment out. But then
Barbells?
There were people trying to steal barbells.
Stealing barbells?
They tried to, but they realized like, it was too heavy. Probably because they found like.
I hate that.
Me too.
I hate that, bro.
They would climb onto the roof somehow, go into the building, rip out all the copper in it, and then go resell it. Yeah.
Bro, these are the most industrious homeless people I've ever heard of, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Orange County homeless are different from LA County, bro. That's a different level of energy, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So even if when it was boarded up, they will find a way to get in, and then
Dude.
Yeah.
So they're still operating out of there.
No, they're out of there. They're operating remote. Yeah,
Dang.
they're
You doing
operating
any kind of
remote.
fundraiser?
Huh?
They're trying to get brick and mortar back or no?
They're trying to, but I don't know what's going on with it right now.
All right.
Yeah, because the athletes are training in multiple different gyms right now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll shout them out. If you're a weightlifter, check out SoCal Weightlifting.
Yeah, SoCal Weightlifting.
Support local.
Yeah. So
Dang.
yeah, but going back to like recovery, if I have a good sleep routine, like sleeping early, waking up, and then like if I wake up around like 5 or 6, I just need some coffee, and then I can get to thinking and like writing and like like mapping out the day.
Yeah.
When I don't, then it's just like a constant chase of like trying to feel better.
You're taking the day like 30 seconds at a time almost.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that's where I'm currently at right now because it's my own fault because like I have this new hobby that I want to get good at.
Yeah.
So I'm sacrificing my sleep.
That's crazy because I would think if you're like pool is that what cue ball is?
Cue ball is just the white ball.
Okay.
Yeah, pool is the game, but there's also like snookers. There's like different pool games, 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, one pocket. Yeah.
Because I always associate that as like a very social thing. So which is I think for health and happiness, I think it's a high value connection, human connection. But you're doing this just on your own, so this is a straight hobby.
Yeah, because to me, pool is shooting pool and playing 8 ball. To me, is like a combination of chess and archery. Because you have to think about like one, you have to be able to shoot properly first. Hit the cue ball in the same exact spot. If you don't have the same like your setup every time you go into your shot different,
your accuracy has to be on point. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to hit the cue ball where you want it to hit it, and then that ball has to go and then where do you want the ball to go after? So then it's like setting up your next shots. But what the really good players do is they count backwards versus like what I'm shooting next and then what I'm going to shoot next after that. They look at it like, where's the 8 ball? The ball before that, how am I going to get that ball in? How am I going to get the ball before that in? And they count backwards. So it's crazy. I just learned that they do that like recently. Like, oh, you don't just plan the next 3 balls. No, you count backwards.
That's like counting cards in blackjack, bro.
Yeah. So for me now, I'm like obsessive of like, how do I get to that point of like planning on my shots? Yeah. But then looking at the table, I'm like, all right, this is how I should go, and then how am I gonna put this ball here to set up?
What's more important, being able to like do that or being able to like actually shoot consistent?
You have to be able to shoot consistent before you do that.
Before you do that, okay.
Because like if you don't have like the proper stroke, then like it doesn't. It's like learning how to snatch.
I was about to say I could see you getting into this because it's kind of like weightlifting.
It is because like
you're high level weightlifting, not CrossFit weightlifting or
So because like you have like your setup. Everybody has like their own like little tendencies, like like how you set up and like you develop that over so many reps and you feel what's
like
comfortable for you. Yeah, it's like a closed loop, right? You have like you start your loop and then at the very end of it you close it and then you lift, right?
I can see you getting something like that. Yeah.
So pool is like that for me, and like I don't have that routine yet, so I sometimes just jump into like just going to the shot and just shooting it. And like I was in this tournament and got my butt kicked so bad in Vegas.
Oh, so you're competing in it, dude. You're like,
I just joined a league recently.
You're about it, dude.
I joined a league recently.
You're the only person I know that does that.
Really?
So, yeah. I don't know anybody that like competes in pool.
Dude, you know what's crazy? It's like people think I'm good, but then I'm like,
you suck, huh?
On a scale of things, like I'm terrible.
So here's to kind of wrap it back into like health and fitness.
Yeah.
I feel like people think I'm really fit.
Because you own a gym.
Huh?
Because you own the gym.
Yeah, because I own a gym, because I've been in fitness. I'm a trainer.
Yeah.
Because I look kind of fit.
Yeah.
You know. And they just like assume all these things about me. Like anytime I meet someone new,
yeah.
like, let's just say we're at some kind of gathering where we're eating. They're like, "Dude, you eat that?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Yeah, I eat sausage patties." Like they'd be like, "Dude, but that's like, isn't that like super bad for you? It's salty and fat." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I was like,
yeah, it is.
And I've like almost
good,
like qualify everything I'm doing in front of them now. I'm like, I'm like, I eat just like you. I'm probably like, I chose the sausage because it's the only meat here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to eat meat right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, normally I'd be a little more picky, but yeah, like I'm eating, like I'm not going to, you know.
The assumption is that like if you looked a little like fit, jacked or whatever, the assumption is like you do everything like that. You know, but it's like in reality, there's ebbs and flows.
Yeah. But also I think there's also like levels to that where like, right. So it's like you think people think you're really good at pool,
no,
but you're like,
dog.
I like, it's just something I'm really into right now. Whereas like, I think but because you're so consistent about it, it's the same thing as like for me, like I have certain rules that I'll live by. I always try to hit a certain amount of protein.
Yeah.
Right. I try to sleep a certain amount of hours no matter what. Like I will not play pool with you at 10 p.m., bro. Like it's not like honestly, it won't be a good time for you. I won't be present.
Yeah.
I will be half awake.
Yeah.
And like I'll be hanging in there.
Yeah.
Just to try to enjoy the moment with you. Unless I like, I don't know, I eat as I'm talking to you. That's like whatever that stimulates me being awake.
Yeah.
Like drinking a soda or something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be or like a boba tea or Chinese tea, whatever.
Yeah.
That might keep me up. Otherwise, I'm out, and that's routine though, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's actually a really good analogy.
Yeah.
For life, where
And I think like I don't know, like I think I have ADHD. I think my therapist
I think you have ADHD as a non-licensed, non-clinical professional.
Yeah, because like the way I talk about stuff and
I'll
like
affirm you on that.
topic.
I mean, look at this episode so far, bro. We've been talking for 31 minutes, and like
Already?
I don't even know what we've been talking about, bro.
Me too, I forgot.
Yeah.
We were just talking about everything.
Yeah.
But like, so like, because of that, right? I get like I'm like, you know what? I don't need sleep. I can shoot 5 more games. You know,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't do anything.
And then
for
ruins
me.
your next day.
Yeah. But then I justify. I'm like, I'll just slam some coffee and I'll just like make it through the day.
Yeah.
And then the next day I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, crap! I slept 6 hours in 2 days.
Yeah.
That's what happened in
That's
Dallas,
crazy, bro.
dude.
That's
yeah.
crazy, and that's as you're trying to like balance your health, take care of your health. And would you say you're someone that is consciously trying to take care of yourself?
Yeah, but I constantly fail.
Because you came from the fitness industry too.
Yeah.
Right. Because you were a trainer.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
You were a trainer. Wait, were you a trainer at 24?
Yeah. For a year.
Okay. So you were a trainer, and then you went to John.
Yeah. Then I did
Johnny, who was here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And hates my guts now.
Yeah. So like, I was there. I did sales, and then I became a trainer for a year. Then my sister was at CrossFit Pasadena.
That's right.
She got me a membership there, and then the following year, I was still a personal trainer. The following year, I coached coached CrossFit there. Then I realized Bob Takano had his weightlifting club.
And you Kool-Aid into weightlifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw I don't want to run and do burpees.
Yeah.
I just want to lift weights.
Yeah.
And then since then, I was just like, weightlifting.
Hey, let me get your take on this since you're a weightlifter, or you like identify as a weightlifter, right? Real talk. Is weightlifting healthy?
Nope.
Damn, I like the honesty, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It'll get you strong. It'll get you fast. However, like you're not doing any cardio. Like maybe like at the very beginning of your training cycle, you're doing tens cardio. But like if you want to be an athlete, like you need to run, you need to jump, you need to do all those things. Yeah. But like anything at a high level, if you want, and I'm not saying I'm like a high level, but like anything if you want to be really good at it, you have to.
It's not really about your health anymore.
No,
right?
like okay, even like a good pool player, right? Like it's not healthy because all you're doing is standing and then you're shooting a ball.
I like the tie-in back to pool, dude. That's strong right now.
Dude, last night I had like 2 dreams. Both of them were about pool.
Dude, I would like to get you. Well, you're 42 this year, bro. In 8 years, if you're still in the pool, bro, I hope you're like real good, dog.
Dude, yeah, I told myself I have 30 years to get good at pool because like when I'm old, I could still shoot pool. It's like golf, right? Like you just walk around and just hit a ball.
Yeah, but I imagine, dude, now, dude, my ADHD right now, I'm going down the rabbit hole as you're saying that about like, how would I, as someone that thinks about the human body all the time, how do we take care of pool players? How do we maximize your musculoskeletal system?
Well, they have like this like one side up and you're shooting like this. So like that one trap probably like, you know, like tighter than the other. Probably not doing any cardio.
This is the episode for pool players, bro, right here.
Pool player weightlifters, hit me up.
Dude. Wow.
Well, and you know what? Like, what I'm trying to do too, sort of, is every time I'm at these like national events for USA weightlifting, I've been gathering coaches and people who shoot pool.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
So like, we're at nationals. It was Alex Lee, Alex Lee, Norick of Ardanian, Jake Johnson. And then we went to go shoot pool at this like bar. Oh shoot!
Hey, do you keep in touch with Pump?
I haven't talked to Pump in a few years.
Do you remember when we hosted Pump at the gym?
Yep.
And then, dude, I flew out to Portland. I think the following year, and not Pump. Alex Lee was there.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I swear, brother was high. I'm like 90, I'm 90% sure my guy smoked a blunt because he was teaching the seminar. My guy Jesse Udom. So this is when I was like peak trying to make regionals.
Okay.
And the only thing that I felt like at the time, like my bag was pretty deep on like powerlifting lifts. So like I never have to bench. My bench was always decent. I had a strong press, not the greatest jerk because of stability. But my snatch was just like, I want the 2-plate journey, bro.
Oh, we had that bet.
Yeah, bro. I still never. My all-time is still 215, bro. What's weird is my all-time is 215, but then my all-time straps is 205. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Anyway,
that's okay.
So this is years ago, but so the story is I flew in there, hosted my buddy Jesse Udom, who owned at the time CrossFit Reflection. They had 2 gyms, and they were like sending like athletes to regionals. They were good for the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. So I flew in with my buddy Peter, who used to be a coach, and dude, it was like a 1-day weightlifting seminar. The day before, I tried hitting 205 or anything over 200. My PR was 195. So I was trying to hit anything over 200. I must have tried 200 lifts, bro, on a Friday night at his gym. And Jesse was getting so annoyed. Yeah. He was like, dude, your PR is not 200 because you shouldn't even be able to attempt 200 that many times. Yeah. That's your true max probably way higher. Yeah. And he basically, I've never said this word on a podcast, but he basically like, you're just being like a pussy, dude. Like, basically. Yeah. And I was like offended by that. And he was like, dude, you're so big and strong, and like, how can you not? And this guy Jesse weighs like at the time like 165, 170, bro. Yeah. And he's hitting like mid 2s. Yeah. On a snatch, like 245, right? Yeah. I don't know if that is in kilos, but like strong. And so Alex Lee shows up the next day, and bro is just like, I'm pretty sure he's stoned out of his mind. Yeah. But he's just so strong, and he's so good at weightlifting.
Alex, like me and Alex are good friends.
Okay.
Like whenever I go
ask him. Okay, say, dude, when you flew out to, when you flew, you know he was. You know you don't even need to validate, huh?
No, I know because I don't know Alex.
Okay, so
I don't know if Alex.
The crazy thing is, I think he was on the team too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think he was on the. I think he was the national team at the time.
Oh, maybe he was just tired. I don't know.
I'm not trying to take his medals right now.
Well, whenever I go to Phoenix, like I stay at Alex's place, and then he takes me to church with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go to church with Alex. Well, now he has a second kid, so I don't stay at him and Michelle's place.
Okay.
But Alex is a super good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a super good dude.
Yeah, he's really good at weightlifting too.
Yeah. So even now, like him, like weighing, like I don't know, like
I gotta send you the video.
He's so light right now, but he'll like I'm sure he can just pull like 120 kilo snatch out of his butt right now. Like,
so I was going for the PR. So he does like an exhibition where he shows you like he just builds up his lifts as part of like the seminar. Yeah. Like just see what he can hit just to show off, right? And during his warm ups, he lets people like as he's warming up. If you're trying to hit a PR, you jump in and try to attempt a lift as he warms up, and it's almost like you're like he's blessing the bar as like as he's warming up, he's blessing the bar.
Give some good juju.
Yeah, give it some good juju, and then you go and jump in whatever your weight is in between to try to hit a PR.
Yeah.
So it's just like some guys are just trying to hit like a 185 snatch for the first time. So
Yeah.
they'll jump in, and then it's
Yeah.
like all the people that are trying to break 200, you jump on
Yeah.
and whatnot. And I just remember thinking, I was like, this guy is like completely high out of his mind. And he's just BSing, snatching this right now.
Yeah, that's like his warm up weights. You know,
crazy,
so for him, it's like
Dang.
he would snatch like 120 for like 3 to try to fit it into 15 seconds for Instagram. But not because he wants to do it, but like it's just how he lifts. He just gets down, hit it, go back down, hit it, go back down, and I'm like, how the hell are you doing that, dude? But that's just the way he's trained.
Yeah.
You know, but like
Genetics too, right? It's got to be part of it.
he's been doing weightlifting for a long time. He went to Korea to learn weightlifting with the Koreans too.
Oh, he's the Korean Hillary Tran, dude. Except he actually made it onto the U.S. team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex is probably one of my
You should ask him, dude. Hey, I don't know if you remember this, but in 2015, 16, I can't remember what year it was. Were you in Portland for a seminar, CrossFit Reflection with Jesse Udom? I'm sure he remembers Jesse.
Yeah.
Because Jesse was on the national team too, or some kind of national level lifter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be like, hey, dude, were you sober that day? Just out of curiosity. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think like at that level of
Lifting under the influence, man.
yeah, like you know, they have to have some sort of release.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be like alcohol or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
smoking some weed.
Yeah.
Cause like you're constant,
Yeah.
like you need to find something outside of
Yeah.
like just that world.
Yeah.
You know, to like make
Yeah.
you feel like relaxed, normal,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress.
Because if you're just constantly doing like health stuff, like, you know,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
hard to maintain. And like kudos to the people that can.
Yeah.
But I have such a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to do that. So
I don't know. So weightlifting, not healthy.
just doing only weightlifting and no cardio and it's unless you're like trying to be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like the most healthiest thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it feels good. So like
Yeah.
it does help with like confidence because weightlifting did definitely help me with a lot of things outside of like just like strength. But like just doing anything only that and trying to be high level of that, it's not healthy for sure. And I don't want to bash on weightlifting and people thinking that like
I know you're not. I'm just genuinely curious. Like what? It's like
because like when I
because
was
I feel like a weightlifter would never say that
I think
because you're in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there are healthy habits that can come from it. Like you have to stretch, you have to like eat well. If you want to get good, you have to like sleep properly because like you're just so sore. So there's aspects of it that are really good, but then you're also constantly like beating up your body, right? And like you're probably not like doing as much cardio as like cardiovascular health. You know, and for longevity purposes, cardiovascular health is like very important, which I don't do any of. So I'm not healthy either.
All right, so catch me up on your life. So 24, cross Pasadena, you become a weightlifter, Tucano. Where did Onyx and come in with all? Which, by the way, bro, I'm super proud of you, bro. Like, I love just seeing what you're doing.
Thanks,
it's
man.
cool. Like, I don't know anybody doing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so specific.
Yeah,
and the most
dude,
like
I used to get laughed at for one of my clients that I trained like every day, not every day, 2 days a week for maybe like 7 years, 5 to 7 years. Like he's like, you're gonna start a like a scrap company? He's like, that's a stupid idea, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why? And it's like, it's because like somebody just make the same thing. It's so easy to make. I'm like, yeah, but like none of them are weightlifters, so they don't really understand the need for it.
Yeah.
'Cause no one was making leather straps.
Yeah, no,
You know,
not at the time.
in this style, you know. So I was like, well, I'm a weightlifter. All these people are eventually gonna be tired of like doing burpees and like wall balls, and they're gonna want to just lift weights. There's no options for them, and then like I can't be the only one that thinks like leather and weightlifting go good together, right? So I was like, all right, I'll just make some for myself. So after,
Dude, I think I still have some V1 Onyx straps, bro.
Probably.
Like when you asked me in a beta test.
probably,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I was just, dude, it was a.
Hey, this is random, but I just thought of this right now. And my ADHD, I'm gonna interrupt, but
I love ADHD conversation. We could talk forever. I feel like we could talk like 3 hours.
Joe Rogan, bro. Huh? Joe Rogan. Rogan podcast. You ever think about, okay, this is sound crazy. Leather. Dude, this is the ultimate ADHD right now. Okay. So do you remember I gave you feedback once? So you made, so one of my all-time favorite wallet. I love a good minimalist wallet.
Yeah.
And you made me this blue, like, credit card only. It's like my favorite. I still have it. But it's just, I stretched it out so much that the only way to like make it my daily wallet is if I have like a bajillion cards. Right? So anyway.
Leather, oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, so I have a prototype of that. Oh, I get it? No, so I have a prototype of that too, which is like, it's a really soft leather. But you know how baseball gloves are? Baseball gloves, when you first get a new baseball glove, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So they do this thing where you like can put it in a machine and like wear it in and they like steam it.
Yeah.
It's a thing, Dick's Sporting Goods does it.
Yeah.
What I found on the straps that you gave me, this is when I was like weightlifting a lot, is I found that they were kind of painful to use because the leather's hard. But what if you sold a worn-in weightlifting strap, like a gently used, like it's like, I don't know, like if you like kind of distressed it and beat it up like designer jeans, but like
pre-broken in straps.
Pre-broken in straps.
Well, there's also different finishes of leather that start off soft already.
I see.
You know, because like not all leather is like super stiff right away.
Okay.
You know,
I see.
But then some of the ones that start stiff, like once they break in, they're like good. But like our best seller is our Vader straps, and they're super soft. Like they're like require no break in. So it's just like knowing like what leather to use, like letting people know like you gotta like these might take like a week to break in.
Yeah.
You know, but you can just like crumple it, roll it, and it'll be okay. But I get ADHD, like, okay, let's go back.
Yeah.
It was, so after I left, so CrossFit Pasadena, closed down, and Bob Tucano moved his team back to Woodland Hills. Mm-hmm. And then, so the remainder of us started a weightlifting club, like Nomad Barbell, out of Pasadena Strength and Conditioning. Yeah. And then I was an assistant coach there for 3 years. And then that's when I started Onyx.
That's right. What was that barbell club called again?
Nomad
with Colin.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shout out to Colin. He moved back to Florida. Yeah.
He was, where did he end up after that?
He was doing personal training.
At PSC.
At PSC, yeah.
Dude.
And then he became a PA, and he moved back to Florida.
He became a physician's assistant?
Yeah.
What a journey. That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, what was so cool was dude, how do you go back to school?
Yeah,
and
awesome.
you know, I'm I can't get myself.
They gotta be weightlifting right now with that kind of yelling. They're doing a complex or something, I bet.
Yeah, I'm dude, how do you I can't get myself to sit there and study, but you're going back to school to that's cool.
That's sick.
You know, I wish I tried that for a little bit, thinking about becoming a physical therapist, but I was what, 7 years of school?
Nah, bro, you couldn't. I can see you focus on.
Yeah, dude.
But here's the thing: how long you been doing Onyx now?
9 years.
Bro, that's almost a decade, bro.
I know.
Hey, what are you doing for your 10 year, bro? We gotta celebrate that.
I don't know
yet. Play pool.
play pool, yeah. Get a pool table in the shop.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll stay up past
9.
for you, bro. I'll try to make it to 10:30.
Dude,
bro.
there's a bunch of pool tables around here.
Yeah,
pool halls.
Yeah, dude. 10-year Onyx 10-year anniversary, bro.
Pool tournament. Going back to what I was saying before. So I was at nationals and I got we were playing pool with a few other ex high level athletes and then some coaches. Then I went to Dallas for Fort Worth. But after that, after nationals, I was like, dude, next year I'm gonna have a year to train for this. Next year I'm gonna try to gather a bunch of people for nationals, coaches and whoever shoots pool, and we're gonna start shooting pool maybe an Onyx tournament or something like that.
Wow.
$10 buy-in.
That's kind of cool, dude. That's kind of cool.
But I don't know if people are gonna every time I see Yasha from Heavy Marin Athletics, we played in nationals, and then when I saw him in Dallas, I was like, let's play. And his hotel had a open pool table at the bar. So that was when I stayed up till I played 6 hours of pool after working 12 hours.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude. I have problems.
You're basically you're like an Iron Man of pool, dude.
I mean, there's people. I have a friend. he used to own a Baskin Robbins. His name's Greg. After he get off work at like 10, he would get to the pool and play from like 10:30 to like 8 in the morning. And did that for 2 years because he was trying to go pro, right? So like I thought I was obsessive.
That sounds horrible.
People who really shoot pool, they play like 8 hours, 10 hours a day every day. I'm like, I want to do that.
And hold down a day job?
I don't know. Well, here's the thing.
Because,
like,
bro, that's already, like, let's just say that's 8 plus 8 to 10. That's 18, bro.
I think, like, people who shoot pool have to be at least a little bit of a degenerate, a little bit. I think so. Because, like, I got responsibilities out the window. I'm going to go shoot pool. You know? Like,
yeah, it takes a lot for you to just let 6 hours go by like that. That's crazy.
A lot of them take places in bars.
Bars, so you're drinking.
You know? And like, there's a lot of there's a big gambling culture in pool. You know, that's where like hustlers and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think that there's that's like a whole built into like the environment or like the culture of pool. You know, but
that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. So like, when you want to get good at something, you can just be like, dude, I'm supposed to hit that ball into that pocket. How come I can't do it? Yeah. And you shoot it over and over again until you try to get good at it.
Wow. I mean, it's okay. Walk me through this. What's it been like to have the business and doing what you're doing? Like, I feel like I'm just catching up with you for the first time, honestly.
Yeah,
I feel like since you really started Onyx, like what's it been like? Like over the last decade?
It's been a fun ride so far. You know, like when we were inside SoCal and in the gym, it was very convenient to get my training in because I could just go upstairs and then I can work. So I feel like I am very lucky. I'm very blessed to be able to like do something that I love to do because I think that that's that's the biggest blessing that anyone can have.
No plan B.
No plan
No
B.
plan B. Yeah.
Yeah, burn the ships is what they say, right?
Dude, yep.
Burn the ships. So, but it's been a tough ride because I never took a business class, and I built a business that's been around for like 9 years.
Yeah.
You know?
That's already 4 life cycles of a business typically.
Oh, yeah. See, like I took business 101, but like I got a C in it.
Yeah. The average business won't make it past their first lease, which is typically 2 years. If you're a first year business, the average commercial realtor won't sign you more than 2 years. They'll give you like a maybe 2, maybe 3, generous. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hard. Yeah.
And scaling the business is the hardest part for me right now. Learning how to like manage multiple personalities.
Yeah.
You know, but also like how much of this stuff should we make? How much inventory do we need to carry? Yeah. But also too like how much leather do I need to buy?
They're also American made too.
Yeah, we make all this stuff ourselves, so we're paying like wages, California wages, material in California. I drive an hour to work every day. Yeah. You know, so trying to balance all that is like it's pretty tough. Yeah. So like stuff falls through the cracks all the time. Yeah. And then like my ADHD, they say like, oh, it's good for like a business person, but then also too, it's bad because like you start a bunch of projects that don't get done, you know?
Hey, I think I know that. I think I might know that a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start this document. I'm gonna try to use this document whenever I need to do this thing. And then like,
oh, bro,
a week and a half later, I forgot that I had this document. And then I'm like, all right,
that's not good, my friend. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay. I'm gonna give you a quick. I'm not like super good at business, but here's a quick business tip for someone that is like just like you.
Yeah.
You know, diagnosed ADHD, dude. Bookmark bar.
What?
Bookmark bar on Google Chrome, bro. Yeah, you just bookmark it. Like I got a bar right here. So like over here, you save the page. You do a star right here. I can't believe I'm doing this on a podcast right now. So you star it, and then and then you save it, and you move it right there. So that's like one of the first top things. Like I still have my Sinclair.
But then do you have to like always constantly like replace those because there's ends up being so many pages?
Then you need to make a master sheet with your links on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or like then you might have too many docs.
I have some bookmarks there, but then like what happens is like I'll set it, and then like then I don't use that one, and I never take it down.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's like my emails, bro. That's like my email inbox. Yeah.
the upkeep of it. You know, I'm like, I don't need this one anymore, but I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow.
Are you a zero inboxer on your email?
No. I'm like.
What's your email count? Check right now, bro. Let's see. What's your email count? Right. We'll compete on that right now.
My phone's over there. Can you grab my jacket?
Let's see what you're. I'll tell you mine first.
Dude,
I'll show you mine. You show me yours.
Probably in the tens of thousands.
Hey, this podcast is gonna be 3 hours, bro. Holy crap. I
think
I'll probably talk to you forever, bro.
Oh no, it's right here.
Let's see. How do you find? Okay, on the phone it'll say 99 plus. So I gotta.
Dude.
Oh wow, dude! This email I just started too. It's my @reason.fit email, and it's not even my old CrossFit Reason email. All right, what's yours?
Just guess.
Mine's really bad. It's unhealthy, bro.
No, mine's probably double yours. Worse.
I'm at 51,650 today.
Okay, mine's at 27,000.
Dude, it's not good, bro.
20.
Dude, the crazy thing is I delete emails every day. I don't want to check this one.
But do you unsubscribe?
Yes.
Stuff? Okay.
I think my email's been sold so many times that I have.
How many email accounts is 51,000? One. Okay, this is. Let's see. I don't even know.
That's one. I have a controlled inbox, and I don't even want to say that email aloud right now, but I only give that one to like, hey, like, if you have this email, it's because like you like this is the only thing that you're for sure getting a response from me on. Yeah, so.
That's actually probably what I need to do.
Yeah.
I have it's
a ghost email.
3,000 not 3,000 three emails. One I hardly ever check, and this is probably just a bunch of
that
stuff.
one is actually I actually zero inbox that one. So I have one email, but only like less than 12 people have that email. So
they could just text you too.
It's like a secret phone number. Oh, dude, my unread text is not good either, man.
Oh, my texts are always read.
I want to clarify that I'm
responding
not proud of this. I'm not proud of this. You know, what's your unread text at?
None, 0.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I at least look at it.
Yeah, I don't have time to look at it sometimes. So,
email is the thing for me. I'm like, email. Like, there was maybe a year.
Yeah, I respond to your text though, right?
Yeah. There's probably maybe a year or so, or 2, maybe 3 that I hated being on the computer, so I never looked at my emails.
Right? Yeah, that's not good, man.
Yeah, because I would run the business
through your texts,
through my texts.
Yeah.
Right, and then I would call people if I need to pick up something. I just go over there, order the leather, pick it up, and then go back. Dude. So I never looked at my emails. So I'm like, I hate the computer. I don't even need a computer. That's what I was thinking at one point. I was like, I don't even need a computer. Then I was like, nah, you probably need a computer if you have a business. You know, I was just thinking
you need that, bro.
Yeah, you know, but I was like,
that.
Gym, barbell, like leather, like simple life. And then it was
pool.
Like, no, now pool.
Dang.
Yeah, so like, dude. But then now I'm like, all right, I gotta it's computer work, and then it's all lumped into like be on a computer because you have to do something on a computer, and I hate it,
man.
But I have to do it. So
wow,
unfortunately, but
a good job on the like reading all your text though, because at least you read it.
Yeah, because that bubble pops up, and I'm like, it's red.
Yeah,
you know. But
what I'll do is like when I have some free time, I'll look through all my unreads for I'll give myself 20 minutes and I'll just mass respond to everything. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel like that's me trying.
Yeah.
So I'm really sorry. Catch up. And I'll usually mention how long it's been.
Yeah.
And I'm getting back to you. And then, yeah. But there was a 3-year period, bro, where I was not trying to give my number out.
Sometimes.
Because you feel like sometimes people want to get your number and I'm like, you're not even trying to communicate anything of substance. You just you just want to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I say this without sounding arrogant, I'm super important or anything like that. But it's just I got work to do, bro. Yeah, I can't even my wife, whenever she calls me, so she's the only number that gets through D&D. She's the only number that gets through D&D. And if she called me right now, I would answer it. Mm-hmm. And I would call her, I would answer it, and I would live right now. I'd pick up and I'll say, "Is this an emergency?" Mm-hmm. And if it's not, I'll call you. I hang up.
Yeah.
And so she knows I'll always pick up her call.
Yeah.
Right? And but sometimes I'll if it's depending on what we're doing, I'll I'll text her. Right now I have I didn't want to check right now. I have 3 pending texts from my wife right now. Mm. Right. but I know that if it's important enough,
Yeah.
I'll probably have like 10.
Right.
So if I see 10 texts from her and a call, I'm answering the call.
Right.
Because now it's important enough that she had to escalate it to a call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Okay.
otherwise, it's like, I'm like, dude, I don't get how people have just willy-nilly have time to like text people all day.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. Like, text message is easy because, like,
also, if it's
one-
important, just call me, bro.
yeah, but it's also too like it's like your like mini distraction from whatever you're needing
Yeah.
to do, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Also, if you're like
Yeah.
you're zoned in and focused on stuff they have to
Yeah.
do. Because I think I'm way too hooked to my phone, you know, because I'll look at stuff like I don't have my notifications set to for my social media. So if somebody messages social media,
You don't?
no.
They're always on.
No. So like if people message me on social media, it does not.
Oh, that's
trigger.
good. That's good.
Yeah. Or else I'd be worse.
Yes.
But my problem is I'll go and open it up anyways.
Oh,
and
dude,
go
that's,
look at
that's
it.
on you, bro.
I know it is. And then sometimes I don't even I'm sure I'm not the only one that is. I'll open it, close it, open it again and then close it. Yeah, I don't know why.
Bro, that's like you're an addict.
No, I know. That's
Hey,
only when-
try this.
that's like when that's like at like late, usually like late at night and my brain's going and then I'm like, why am I even doing this? I'm like trying to find something to stimulate me, but then I just close this app and I'm trying to find it again and stimulate something, a dopamine kick or something like that. When
Yeah, I mean, this is becoming a productivity podcast, productivity hacks with Daniel Ear.
just leave it over there, leave the phone over there.
No, it's like double duty that task. So only allow yourself to check social media if you're like doing mobility or if you're stretching.
pairing it
with something else.
Yes.
The other thing that I do is, so right now I'm like not very active on social. I'm through 2026. I'm not going to do any social media. I will go on though and like respond to all my messages on browser. Yeah.
Using social media on your
Yeah,
browser.
I use it on my browser, and it sucks. It's like not there's no dopamine hit on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it's just either deleting it off your phone or
That's probably the right.
yeah, or doing it on browser or like limiting it to it only works at certain times.
I know they have
You
like
can control
apps that
that.
just like lock it so you
Correct.
can't open on a certain
No,
time.
you can do it free through Apple. You can literally limit what time the app can open. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can but if you have like super lack of self control, you can always override it.
Yeah.
But it at least gives you the because your whole thing is the tap. So if you go open it, it's gonna say ask for more time or whatever, and then you're like ugh, because then you have to go and put in your password. And then the other hack too is like make your login password like eight numbers.
So
it's
and then
like-
have to log in
Like
every
yeah,
single time.
don't let yourself do a face ID. So you
Yeah.
have to type in 8 numbers each time to access it.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize like how much of a degenerate that you really are.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, dude, I really gotta like get better. So I think it's just you gotta like phase it to get yourself to wean off your thing.
There should be some sort of like counter, like
it's on your phone.
No, like you open up this app 15
that exists,
times
yeah.
today.
Oh, that
you know?
exists, yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you open this up,
Yeah.
like, so then I'm like, oh, I want to get that number lower.
I think also it's the people talk about it too all the time, but social media is like really socially accepted that you're on it. So it's kind of like, like drinking is like the thing that's socially acceptable. Everyone's, oh, you drink, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think social media is also, there's no guard for it. There's no one saying, people are saying, oh, it's toxic and this and that, but it's like, cool, you're still on it. Like you don't have any guardrails around how you live your life on this one thing.
Yeah.
And people are not realizing like how much that's affecting them. My kid's not getting social media, bro.
What's crazy about social
18
media
maybe,
is
bro.
that like people think that like, okay, it's just this app, like that's their reality now, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, like I want to be a social media personality, like famous, Instagram famous. I'm like, okay, they delete the app and then now you're
Life's
nobody,
gone. Yeah.
which is like, dude, how are you like, it's so ingrained into like society now that like you said, like it's okay to be on social media.
Yeah.
But like if you go back like 15, 20 years, if we were acting like this, the way we are, like people would think we're nuts.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
I seen these videos of like people in the 90s, like AI videos, like back in the 90s we used to drink water out of the hose and play outside until.
Oh, I love me a good a John F. Kennedy physical education video, bro. You ever seen those?
No.
It's like the JFK presidential test, which shows like, dude, these
all
are
the
like
stretching tests, like
yeah, but it shows like how jacked like high schoolers were back in the. You had to climb a rope.
Yeah.
And like,
yep.
but it's also different. Like they're trying to get people ready for war, bro. So
Yeah.
and now it's like we fight wars with drones, you know. So it's just
Yeah.
there's no need to.
If you're a good video game player, you could be like a good,
Yeah.
computer, like a drone killer guy.
It's all intellectual now, but
Yeah.
I could do it. I could talk to you forever, bro. We just passed an hour already, and bro, I can literally. You and I are a dangerous combo, bro. I don't even know what we talked about today, but lots of amazing themes, bro. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I could literally continue for 2 hours. I'm not joking.
We're gonna go get coffee and food after, so we can continue this.
What are you working on right now? Where on our 5 factors of health, in terms of making you a happier, healthier human.
Yeah.
What are like 3 things that you feel, or whatever, name whatever. What are a few things that you feel like you do that helps you become a happier, healthier person every day that you're actually proud of? I do this really well. And what are some things that you're like, you know what, if I were to coach myself, this is what I would focus on improving?
Okay. Things that I do that I could be proud of right now is when I wake up, I don't lay in bed. I just get up.
You don't snooze.
No, I don't snooze.
Why?
I don't know. I maybe once in a while do that.
Yeah.
But like, I have stuff to do, you know? I have to just get up and like,
Yeah.
And I don't even have an alarm. But like, so whenever I wake up, I naturally wake up early. I sleep with earplugs. That's the hack too. Sleep hack. Sleep with earplugs. Because like,
I told my wife to do that, but we got 3 kids that yell, so it's not happening.
Sleeping with earplugs, like it just deadens all the sound. And then I had a sleeping mask, but I lost it, so I just take my shirt off halfway.
Wow.
So
can we get a visual of that? Yeah.
So like my shirt collar's like right here, and I just have it over my eyes, and I just go to sleep with earplugs on.
Wait.
I got all the gear, bro. The only thing I'm missing is a sleep apnea mask.
Hold on. You take.
I got a mouth guard because I grind my teeth.
Dude, I gag on that. I had that too. I spent like $200 getting a custom made with my dentist 15 years ago. My teeth probably different already by now. But like every time I put on a gag. And
really? It's not shaped to your
It
teeth?
is, but it's like it goes it goes too far back, bro. dude, we're children, man. It's just like it goes too far back. So it's just like like 2 nights in a row. I was like, dude, this is it. I literally like Diana's like, well, you just threw away $200. I was like, honestly, it was $100 per wear, and I'm like, I still have it in my nightstand.
It probably doesn't even fit anymore.
It doesn't, yeah, but you walk me through this shirt thing. So do you unhook your arms?
Yeah, I unhook my arms and I pull it up as if I'm taking my shirt off, but I just stop right here. Oh, right.
Wait, you stop below your eyes?
Yeah.
But it's a sleep mask though.
No, it's not. It's my t-shirt. I use my t-shirt as my
No, but we're not covering it. Wasn't it supposed to cover your eyes?
Yep.
But you don't.
No, I cover my eyes.
Oh, you cover your eyes. So it's like this.
So it's like this. I take it off,
Yeah.
and then I just stop right here. So then it's cut. So if you're looking at me when I'm sleeping in bed, the only thing you see is my mouth. Because then like I'm underneath my blanket. I have like my t-shirt over here.
Your shirt's over your face, over your eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really.
So you don't need to buy a sleep mask.
Dude, you just saved everybody like $20.
I did. It's a hack.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah. Dude.
What else do you do well?
I don't sleep well, but I get up. Right now, because everything's like this.
Yeah.
I make sure I build I force time into the things that I like to do.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, fun.
Like, I believe that like there should be something that you do that takes you that makes you present, right? It's good for your mind. Like either if it's like a coloring book, or like playing darts, shooting pool, playing basketball, whatever it is. So like the world doesn't matter while you're doing that thing, and that thing you can like try to get good at. Like I got sucked into archery, and like when you're trying to shoot archery, like it's like a dime size thing, 20 yards away, and you're trying to hit a dime size point, so like the world don't matter.
Is this before your pool era?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you have a bow and arrow?
Yep. Dude, I would wake up every morning. Me and Chris, like my roommate, we would wake up in the morning at like 6 a.m. and we would just shoot our bows in the backyard. We have
for how long?
For an hour.
Bro.
And then sometimes I would go to like Mouse Square Park in Orange County because there's like a free target, I think it's free archery range, and they had like targets from like 10 yards to 100 yards.
Wow.
So then I just sit there and just shoot.
Dang.
And then
You for sure have ADHD, bro.
and that's why I like pool so much, because it's a combination of archery and chess.
Yeah.
To me.
Oh wow.
So
Okay. You know, I think I really enjoy talking to you because
it's always
I'm not. Well, also I'm not a good fun haver, but I'm actually having fun. Like talking to you is like fun. I'm like having fun by osmosis.
Yeah.
Or like it's like, oh, I'm enjoying your fun. Like you have so much fun that I like absorb your fun.
I probably have like too much fun.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm a very I'm very. Everything is very. Am I helping people, or does it have some kind of performance metric?
Yeah.
Or I'm like trying to change the world.
Good.
Or
that's good too.
yeah,
Though.
I think it's probably good for the world. I'm in the first time in my life pre-40, wondering if it's good for me.
Yeah.
It's like deep. It's dark, bro. It's like I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, these are. I love to serve. I love to. Everything for me is like, what result does it produce?
Yeah.
How does it help someone do this or this and this? I'm very like help driven, right?
Yeah.
And I ask myself like now I'm like, how does that help me? Like
Yeah.
what? Like I don't.
Yeah.
And it's like I say that in a very like I try to sound unselfish when I say that. It's like, but how does that like where am I having fun in that? And
you need to find something that you like to do that's fun.
yeah, I jet skied for the first time last month. It was hella fun, bro.
You should probably get into jet
Dude,
ski.
I was high, bro.
I think you should. Would you ever jump out of a plane?
No,
No.
I've done bungee jumping and I
feel like I have never bungee jumped, but I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
It's like you get that fall like 5
I really want to
times.
talk about this. I'm afraid that we're gonna go with this. So
Jumping out of the plane was probably the most exhilarating thing I've ever done in my life.
yeah, I need something that's like regularly that I could do regularly for fun. And I don't think jumping out of the plane is something I could do once a week or anything like that. So what do you need to work on?
What do I need to work on?
Like to live a happier, healthier life.
I need to, one, for me, like for sure, stretch every night because it makes me feel a lot looser. Two, I need to, if I can get into a routine of like waking up early, making food like 1 or 2 times a week, and then sleeping regularly. If I could do those things, like I don't like my sleep is so terrible. I average like poor sleep. Like after tracking for like a year.
How are you gonna do that if you're playing pool?
I know that's the problem. That's the
You gotta have a heart out, bro.
I know. I do. Like either like limited to like a few times a week or something, but like because I'm not good, like I want to get good
better,
at it.
yeah.
So then like
Dang.
so I mean right now that's where I'm currently at. I'm like things are good, things are bad. I'm like here.
It's good.
And I'm trying. I have to fix these things. Like I also I know like one thing I really want to be better at is also developing a better relationship with God, right? Like going to church more. Like I did that for a little bit. I used to do Bible studies like at home with like some
I remember you
friends.
mentioned that to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And recently, I've been wanting to. That was like one of my one of my goals at the beginning of the year. Be able to like talk to God throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I constantly forget to do that.
Yeah.
I would like to have like 10 minutes of like just like some sort of like meditation in the morning to like calm my brain.
Yeah.
And then talk to God.
I do a Zoom Bible study Thursdays at 6:30 a.m. Today. It was today.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
at 6:30 a.m.
Okay.
So if you ever want to roll up, I'll send you the Zoom link, bro.
I might be down.
Yeah, some guys all over the world. You just gotta wake up. You can't play too much pool the night before. But
well, luckily it's not on Wednesday because it's pool nights on Tuesday.
oh, here we go.
A league night.
Here we go. Oh, here we go.
I got my butt kicked so bad. Oh my god.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for this, man. Thanks for jumping on, man. That's
Before we end, I want to.
Oh, what you got? What you got for me, bro?
I mean, so we're gonna be at Waterpalooza this weekend.
Okay. Oh, launching a new product, dude.
Yeah, we're launching a new product.
Waterpalooza will be over by the time that this is live, but this is cool. Oh, bro, I got a Lakers edition.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, these are nice, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Wow. Hey, they're kind of broken in too.
No, it's just the leather's like that already. I haven't been used.
Is this the Vader whatever material you call it?
No, that's like a different leather.
Dude. Hey, should I take it to Dick's Sporting Goods and steam it just to get even?
If you want to.
I'll put it. No, next time I steam some dumplings, I'll put it in the steamer basket under.
Yeah.
Well, these are sick, dude.
Yeah, I did like I don't know, maybe like a month and a half.
Oh, these are the Mamba edition, dude. Dang, these are sick, dude. Are these one of one?
No.
Damn, I felt
They're
really special.
1 of 6.
Oh, hey, dude, thank you. Hey, right here, bro. It's for if you're a CrossFitter, gymnast. Bro,
Yeah, we're trying to do
Bro,
like
these are
multiple
sick.
colors, so that like
Wow, these are really cool.
Gyms want like their team colors.
Oh,
we could do them for team colors. You know?
Sick, bro.
So
That's sick, dude. Hey, you gotta. You know what? We gotta have you pop up during open season.
yeah,
Yeah, and do some. Although
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll even have
open anymore.
toes the bar, and I don't know what's going on with CrossFit. Love you
Yeah.
guys.
So
But
yeah,
man, these are sick, dude.
I figured
Wow.
like you know what like from the grips that I've seen, they're all just like the same
Yeah.
color, and like I'm like, well,
Dang.
we're weightlifters, but we like gymnastic grips are like leather or like this other synthetic material. Since I already know leather and I have a bunch
Dude,
of
matches
leather,
my Seiko, dude.
there you go.
Dude, I gotta do a wad with my Seikos and this.
Dude, I love Seikos.
And bust out my Adidas Kobe ones that are yellow.
Yeah.
You remember those?
Yeah.
Dude. Wow, these are sick, dude. How are these on the market yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
We're
dang, prototype, dude.
yeah, we're releasing them this weekend at Waterpalooza.
Wow.
And then like I made like 6 of that size, or 7 actually. And then 7 of the longer ones, and then we have a few like around the same number of like this black and maroon one.
These are sick, man.
But yeah, I want to start making more of these so that we can, because like the cup
My first thought,
Yeah.
as I look at it, is it's a little thick. That's my only, yeah.
I try to make it too like thinner, like when it was like 2 layers of suede, but it's too thin where like my sewing machine's like I have a heavy
bunch
duty.
it or bunch it or something like
It
that.
starts to bunch up on the sewing area.
Because as a small-handed man, this might be problematic. I'm gonna try these out today, dude.
Yeah, try it out.
Dude, thank you, man.
Give me some feedback on
Thank
it.
you, man. These are sick, dude.
Yeah.
Mom edition, man. Oh man, thank you.
Yep.
Where can people connect with you?
Not email.
Hey, put your number out there, bro. I'm just kidding. Because you respond to text, bro. So
respond to
no,
text.
he'll look at it.
Yeah, I'll look at it. I
He'll
might
look at
not
it.
respond.
Yeah.
So, I might forget. And usually I try to respond, but a lot of times I forget to. But social media would probably be the easiest way.
Yeah.
@ DONYX11.
Yeah.
People think my name is Donnie because of that. Because it looks like Donnie X11.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just Onyx and then a D in front of it. So I have people who call me Donnie for like,
Or Donix, dude.
yeah, like, so for years, like,
Dude, that's sick.
few
Donix,
years.
dude.
So people are like, hey, Donnie, and I never correct them.
That's because it's kind of cool, huh?
And so it's like, yeah, whatever.
I feel
know
like
me
you,
from
you,
social
you
media.
should be like, no, it's Donix. Just see what they say.
Well, so then when I was in Dallas, some guy was like introducing like, oh yeah, like did you go talk to Donnie? And he was like, his name's Danny, right? So I met this dude's
Yeah, okay.
his athlete's parent friend or something, right? And I introduced myself as Danny, right? So then my friend, who's been calling me Donnie for the last few years and I've never corrected him, he's like, his name's not Danny, his name's Donnie. He's like, no, he just introduced himself as Danny. He comes up to me.
That's
he goes,
wild.
He goes like, is your name Donnie? He's like, no, it's Danny. He's like, why haven't you told me that I've been calling you the wrong name for the last like 3 years? I'm like,
You're like,
I don't know.
I'm polite,
And
dude.
then the look on his face was like, you've been lying to me this whole time. I'm like,
That's crazy.
whatever you
That's
want to call me that. I'm fine with that.
And, and then what's the name of the Onyx IG?
Onyx_straps. Websites like onyxstraps.com or onyxweightliftingco.com.
Premier weightlifting shop of USAW.
Yes, we're the official straps and wrist wraps.
Let's go, baby.
But the thing that I'm most proud of is actually our belts. Like
Yeah.
our wrist wraps got.
I don't think I have a belt, dude.
No,
No.
a leather belt.
No, I don't have your belt. Was what I
Oh.
mean. Yeah.
Dude, like we've like.
I don't weightlift like that though.
Like because our weightlifting belts, like I've had 70 leather belts. So like when I was making our belts, I was gonna specifically like get rid of all the things I didn't like about leather belts.
Yeah.
So when I did this,
See that?
so it's like, you know, like when you squat, it pinches
Well, it's
between your
kinda
ribs and your
softer.
hips. So I made a taper like that.
Yeah.
The whole spacing usually is like a little bit wider, so I brought it in a little bit closer so it fits. And then your shirt gets caught in the buckle when you're using a leather belt. So I backed it behind it.
Oh.
And then the quality
dang,
of
that's
leather.
thoughtful, bro.
Yeah, because like I hated all the leather belts that were on the market.
That's sick.
You know,
Dude, that's sick.
like we sell the most like our wrist wraps and straps.
Dude,
like,
you got to get like a freaking collab with like colleges or something. Dude, hire me for like 1 year. I'll do your marketing, bro. We can get you some.
I have a LSUS wanting to do some stuff with me. This is my buddy Aaron.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I feel you start there and then you go high school, bro.
Because they all love purple and gold. In the South, like in Louisiana.
Oh shoot.
So like when I made those, my buddy Aaron was like, "Yo, those are LSUS colors." Like, yep, they're also Laker colors.
Yeah,
so it's perfect.
Yeah, you just don't correct them, just like Donnie.
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome, dude. Dude, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Dude, it's great. 15-year catch up, bro. Good to
I know.
see you, bro.
Yep.
Oh my
God.
No. Is that gonna make it in? Hey, we should end with that. Like, just cut off with that. And that should be the beginning and the intro, bro. The beginning and the end. Oh, that was good. That was great. Thanks, man.
All right.